I'm still hoping to get some people, you know.
How you doing, and welcome to another episode of Collecting with Rob. So that video that you just saw is actually from Tuesday night. I was able to meet Dee Snider from the band Twisted Sister. So he did an autograph signing with a meet and greet on Tuesday night due to he's got a new album that came out. It's called Leave a Scar. He's got a CD and a vinyl that came out, and he's just been signing it. You could see some signed copies, I believe, online, and I think the company that actually did this signing, which is called Looney Tunes, they're located in Long Island, so he's a Long Island guy as well. This company has been around since 1971. They get some big names. They've gotten Twisted Sister, the entire band, in the past. Even before their reunion tour, they were able to get them all when the Strangeland movie came out, I believe, in the 90s. So they've gotten some big names, not just Dee Snider, but they have like a wall of hundreds and hundreds of guitars, drum heads signed by some really big bands, even some like groups, like whatever, like you name it, even Eminem, like they've had, and then huge rock stars they've had, like I said, Twisted Sister. They've had Ozzy, I believe. They've had some big names. The company is very well known. Just think of like Tower Records back in the 80s and 90s. But this is more like a family-owned Tower Records. So one day I'm going to actually do like almost like a video, you know, like a thrifting video, and I'll show you what it looks like, the store. Really cool store. If you're ever in the Long Island area, you should check it out. Great people over there. Really cool items. They got records. They got some DVDs as well. Some autographs, all band stuff though, really cool. So anyway, so yeah, you saw Dee Snider coming out of his car. I gotta tell you, this guy, Dee Snider, may have been, I've met some, many celebs through the years. I like to go to meet and greets and Comic-Cons and things like that. He's probably one of the nicest, if not the nicest person I've met. This guy took time with each fan, no matter who you are, and he just started talking to you about whatever, you know, if he wanted, he talked to you about his movies he's been in. He was talking to people about the bands he's been in, and he was just really appreciative. He wasn't just like, I'm gonna sign it and that's it and you go. No, he took his time with everyone. So really hats off to him and his people and Looney Tunes for setting this all up. It really was really cool. You know, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And funny, actually, I'll show you. I have this shirt on, Miyagi-Do. So this shirt, if you don't know, he was actually in Cobra Kai. Basically, spoiler alert, but whatchamacallit, Johnny pretty much takes Miguel, who's paralyzed at the time. Miguel is paralyzed he took a massive fall in the second season at the end, and he's told he may never walk again. Johnny takes no as, you know, he says, no, that's never going to happen. You're going to walk. You know, you're going to get going. So he takes him to this club where Dee Snider's performing. Again, a local Long Island guy. William Zabka and Ralph Macchio are also Long Island guys. So it makes sense that they got someone like Dee Snider into the show. They must be friends as well. So, you know, basically, once he hears the music and he goes to this club, Miguel, he starts tapping his foot, and that's really the beginning of his comeback story of, hey, he's not going to be paralyzed forever. He's going to walk. And then you see as it progresses, he really almost gets back to full form. So really cool. Dee Snider was really cool in that. So I would talk to him about that. I said, you know, awesome job in Cobra Kai. He's like, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. He started talking to me some stuff about Strangeland, the movie, because I got some stuff signed by him from that. So basically how this worked was everyone who bought in a record or CD gets a wristband, and then you can get an extra item signed. So I went with my dad, who's a huge, huge fan of Twisted Sister and Dee Snider. And then we also had an extra CD we bought to get an extra item signed. So I'll show you the CDs. This is the CD, Leave a Scar. Got two of these. I also got, let's show you. his vinyl of the new album signed. Dee Snider, Leave a Scar. So those are the three things. So with those three, you can get pretty much 3 extra items signed, anything that you choose. So first things first, I got this DVD, Strangeland. Basically, he wrote Dee Snider's signature, and then he actually wrote Captain Howdy Lives, which was really cool. I mean, that's awesome. So he put an inscription, and all of this was not extra charge. Like, you get, as long as you pay for the record or the album, you get an extra autograph free, plus you get a photo. So awesome deal, a crazy deal, really good deal. I got this. This is a comic from Strangeland, Dee Snider. I mean, how cool is this? This is friggin' awesome. Strangeland, Captain Howdy right there. Dee Snider. Really cool. And then my dad got this, which is his old record from the 80s. So, this is like one of the most iconic records. And he signed this as well. A lot of people were getting these signed. This record is interesting. My dad actually never opened this record. He kept it in the plastic as pristine. But when he actually met him, he had to open the plastic because he wanted to get it signed on the record. So that was the negative. He had to open it. But it's a nice pristine record signed by Dee Snider. Really awesome. So then, after I got these signed, I just showed him, hey, I got this piece. You don't need to sign it. I just want to show you how cool this is. It's from Strangeland or whatever. He's like, no, I'm going to sign it. Let me see that. That's awesome, he told me. He's like, let me sign that. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't have to. He's like, oh, I'm going to sign that. That's an awesome piece. Strangeland. So that's another thing. He loves the stuff from Strangeland. Because, he's getting so much stuff from Twisted Sister. He's getting a ton of stuff, from his band, like his live concerts, like record signs, CDs, things like that. But the Strangeland stuff was really what he was really excited to sign. It's something a little different and really cool. So he was really appreciative. Really fun time. Everything went well, went quick. It went quick, the lines went quick, but he also spent time with each person, talked to them, had a nice conversation. It was really cool. I thought about getting my big framed Cobra Kai piece that you have seen. I wanted to get that signed, but I didn't bring that because I didn't want to take it out of the frame again and all that. But now I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I should have got that signed too, because that would have been awesome. It is the season 3 poster. It's pretty much got everyone. To add Dee Snider would make it pretty much complete. So I'm kicking myself for not getting that signed, but maybe he'll come back again. He's definitely a Long Island guy. Also, what I was able to show him is, you see right here what I'm pointing to, that's actually something that I've had on my wall, framed by Dee Snider. So I showed him that, and he thought that was like the coolest frame he's seen. Like, he's like, that is awesome. He's like, thank you so much. He was so appreciative that, that was fans and we're actually putting him on the wall. He's like, wow. I showed him that he's next to Ozzy, he's next to Roger Daltrey, he's next to Pete Townsend, he's next to Steven Tyler, all legends, including himself, who's also a legend. So he was really happy to be on our wall, and he really was appreciative of all his fans. So hats off to him, hats off to his people. Really great time. Nothing but great things to say about Dee Snider. So anyway, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going to have much more hunts, meet and greets, autographs, mystery unboxings, framed pieces, you name it. It's going to keep coming. So thank you as always for watching, and happy collecting.